Right, so basically when Hellblade 2 was originally confirmed, it was going to run at 30 FPS on Xbox with no performance mode available because the VFX director says that this will make the game feel more cinematic. Now we're going to be keeping that in mind, and there's a very good reason why I started off with this bit here to talk about how Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 is coming to PS5. It's going to launch the 12th of August, and it's going to be alongside an enhanced update that includes performance mode, the return of Dark Rot from the first game, which basically means that if you die too much, you'll lose your save. It wasn't really an actual thing from the first game. Like, the first game didn't really like delete your save if you died too many times. Either that or the game was so easy that it didn't really matter. But the fact that now they're actually taking it seriously and you could lose your save in a separate mode from the main game. But I digress. So let's do this. So the enhanced update is going to go for all existing platforms that the publisher Xbox Game Studios and developer Ninja Theory announced. So basically, digital pre-orders for the game are already up, and of course, the latter includes an enhanced version of, so basically the deluxe edition includes the enhanced version of Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice for PS5, so we're getting two games in a single package for $70 US dollars. And it also includes the soundtrack and all this other stuff. But now, oh, actually, I already have the PS4 version of Senua's Sacrifice. Okay, so I'm going to get a free upgrade anyway. So there's no point in me getting the deluxe edition. I'm probably just better off getting the standard edition. Now, so remember that stuff about 30 FPS and it feeling more cinematic? Well, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 is a cinematic experience of immersion where we push real-time visuals to deliver rich, believable environments and characters to sink you deep into Senua's story. Now with performance mode, we're excited to give you the option to experience gameplay at 60 FPS. Now, I want to just double back here, 30 FPS on Xbox, to make it feel more cinematic. So what we're now being told is that we're going to remove the cinematicness to give you the 60 FPS. But yet they're still calling it a cinematic experience of immersion. Like, obviously, this was all bullcrap because the Xbox Series S just could not handle it. And a performance mode was added later on after the release that Xbox Series X could use a performance mode. So we already knew that that was kind of rubbish to begin with, but man, it just feels so good to actually be able to look at something that is obviously a lie, look at something that is going to be happening, and put the two together and realize that between these two things, obviously it was a lie to protect the Xbox Series S originally, and now every platform that has the game, PC, Xbox Series X, and PS5 now, it's all going to run at 60 FPS. So it's just amazing to see what's kind of going on there. And of course on PC, more flexibility with performance based on your personal hardware. So now offering a very high preset to push fidelity even further. And there's also optimization for Steam Deck when the update lands as well. The game will be Steam Deck verified for the first time. And so yeah, you can basically choose to play wherever you want. So the performance mode bit was just me kind of dunking on the original Xbox release of the game, but there are some cool, interesting things in the game that are actually being added on as part of this enhanced update. So the Dark Rot from Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice has returned and offers an additional challenge for Senua on her quest to Iceland in this optional game mode. Dark Rot will grow each time you fail, and if it reaches Senua's head, her quest is over and all your progress is lost. Now, this was introduced in Hellblade 1, but there was actually, as far as I could tell, no real risk of you losing your save from the original Hellblade. So for it to be an optional mode here means that obviously it won't happen during the normal story mode, but during this mode, you could very well lose your save because it really does feel like a difficulty preset that's been created here. And I like the idea of it. The fact that it wasn't there originally is kind of surprising, to be completely honest, because again, I've not played Hellblade 2 yet, because obviously it's not on my platform of choice, but it's going to be soon enough. So it's just interesting to see how all of this is kind of panning out, really. The idea that Xbox getting these games originally feels like they are getting a beta version of the game, a test version, if you will, and then when it comes to PlayStation 5 or when these Xbox games go multi-platform, it almost feels like as if we're getting the real version of the game. So I mean, I cannot possibly imagine being a fan of Xbox or primarily playing on Xbox, looking at this and thinking to ourselves, what the heck are we doing? Like, why on earth is all of this going on? But we'll move on from that. Of course, photo mode. The fact that these games look absolutely bloody incredible, photo mode is a must, I feel like, in Hellblade 2. I've seen screenshots and gameplay of the game, and the fact that like it looks as incredible as it does, I'm quite surprised that like, well, photo mode was already there. They're just enhancing it, I suppose, because this is enhanced photo mode. But yeah, photo mode is always a must. And of course, I think for a second playthrough, developer commentary might not actually be that bad. So 4 hours of insightful commentary exploring the craft and creative decisions that went into making the game. That is something you do on a second run to learn more about why this thing is like this or that thing is like that. If you're really, really interested in game development, my god, this is like such an amazing thing to have, is developer commentary. So to have like 4 hours of that, insane. So yeah, here from the ensemble cast, key collaborators in depicting Senua's experience of psychosis, and members of the development team who poured their heart and soul into Senua's story. And so again, people who really care about game development are going to use the developer commentary, like myself. People, and like of course, like the developers are sharing their experience on not just creating the game, the ideas behind the reasons why they did things. Like there's just so much they could be doing, and 4 hours of that is, it's almost like the length of the game itself. I think the game runs at about 6 or 7 hours or something like that. So yeah, no, like 100%. This is just a bloody excellent addition. The enhancement of photo mode is great. I do think that the adding a dark rot mode, side mode, is, you know, really, really good as well. And of course, the fact that performance mode is just another reason for me to dunk on the original Xbox release of Hellblade 2. But yeah, there were rumors going around that Hellblade 2 was going to come to PlayStation at some point. It was never officially confirmed until now, so it's good to see that we're actually A, getting the game, but also B, just getting a better product as a whole, something that is more complete, that has more content than its original release. Given that Hellblade 1 was a multi-platform release that, you know, came to PlayStation first and then Xbox after, there wasn't really that much difference in the content as a whole, but it really does feel like a lot more is being added on here than what had happened previously. But with all of that being said, however, let me know what you guys think about all of this. Are you guys going to get Hellblade 2 if you haven't already bought it? And if so, is it going to be on PlayStation? Because I'm sure as hell going to be getting the game, and it is definitely going to be on PlayStation. But with all of that being said, however, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 500 subs by the end of the year. And with all that being said, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.